Welcome back, dear listeners. Couldn't get enough of Connect More? Well, it's your lucky day. And mine, since I've got a couple questions to ask these cats. In this Connect More shorty, we'll connect some more? Whatever. Let's see what more these puds can possibly have to say.
Hey, yo, welcome to a Connect More shorty. I'm Eric. There's John.
Hello.
That's Brian.
Greetings.
And there's Jason.
Welcome.
In these bonus episodes, we take a question from our producer about anything. And this is basically the first time we've heard this question, so there's no prep. So, Madam Producer, what's your inquiry?
Have you ever had a paranormal experience? Do you really believe in that bullshit?
Well, it seems like that's kind of a loaded question. Like she's saying, in that BS. Like, are we assuming that our producer also thinks this is all BS? Is that what we're working off of here, the assumption?
Well, that's funny you actually say that, because I can tell you that our producer has had a paranormal experience because it was in the basement of my house.
Okay, well, we need to have her on. I need to hear that firsthand. I'm not taking your word for that one, because we've all had various kinds of experiences in the basement of your house. So
not all paranormal.
Not
That's
all paranormal.
actually true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Including using that shower, but go ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the shower you get when you walk through a nuclear power plant.
With the eye wash station right outside of it and stuff. Yeah.
It just takes the skin right off you.
So when we say paranormal, does that count like extraterrestrial, or are we only talking about paranormal?
No, I think this is ghosts, right?
Yeah, because I think extraterrestrial opens up a whole different box, and you guys know what I think about that.
Oh, yeah, that's true, because that's kind of where I was going to go, because I think I saw a UFO one time, but that's about as close as I come.
Was it wearing a sheet with two eye holes cut out in it?
The
if the answer is no, then this is not. Yeah,
no.
Then
that's right.
I don't think this qualifies.
Yeah, I don't think I've really got anything paranormal that I can pinpoint as far as like feeling a otherworldly presence, or like walking through a house and feeling a little chill, or is that what we're talking about here?
That's exactly where. What we're talking about is like my mom's parents, my grandparents. They lived in a house in Ladora, Iowa, and it was infamous for the ghost named Mr. Clark. I think it was the fellow that lived there before they did, and all of the family reports weird things, feeling weird things happening. I think it was my mom that told the story about she had put a stack of towels on the corner of a bed in one bedroom, went downstairs, came back, and the towels were moved to another bedroom, and things like that. So we had our Mr. Clark at my grandparents' house, was our kind of scary paranormal experience. And of course, all the noises and stuff. And again, we all kind of experienced something in that house. John, you surely have had something.
I really haven't. I love all this stuff, and I would recommend a film called Mothman Prophecies, which was based in West Virginia. It's a Richard Gere movie. It doesn't matter that it's Richard Gere. It's actually a really well-told urban legend film from before social media. It's actually really well done. But for me, the closest I can go is this. I used to get really bored in the middle of the night and listen to AM radio, and I would listen to like Coast to Coast AM, or there was overnight shows that would just talk, and like Larry King would have if people remember Larry King, before there was even the CNN show, he had a radio show for many years, and so I just listened to that stuff because I couldn't sleep. But if you got curious, you could start working your way around the dial, and there weren't that many AM stations where I was in the middle of the Midwest, and of course at the really high end of the dial, there's some signals, there's some electronic signals that go out. It's like an emergency broadcast system way up top. But then as you move your way across the AM dial, and this was a dial, you're seeing me make the turning motion. This was like something, it was like my mother's 1962 AM radio. And you can, on clear nights, you can pick up AM radio signals that can bounce for thousands of miles. It's called the ionosphere, and they bounce off the ionosphere. And I picked up stuff that was in different languages, or that sounded like a person talking to another person. And I want to tell you, when you're a little kid in the basement of your parents' house, that is spooky as hell. There is nothing crazier than coming across something that shouldn't be on your AM radio.
Wasn't there a syndicated program you talked about listening like Larry King and stuff overnight? And then there was one that was overnight, and it was mostly all about paranormal and extraterrestrial, right?
Yep,
was
that's
right-
coast,
Brian,
coast
you
to
know what I'm
coast.
talking-
It was Art Bell.
Art Bell,
Art
but it was
Bell.
Coast to Coast AM. That's what
Yeah,
I was already calling
Oh,
out.
okay,
Yep,
yeah.
that was the name of it.
Yeah.
There may have been a name before that, but it was Art Bell. And go Google that, Gen Z, and what happened there. Yeah, no, it was spooky as hell. And of course, an electronic signature of something scary is just as scary as seeing it. I think it's when you hear it.
So, Brian, did you call into Art Bell and share a paranormal experience?
I did not. I didn't.
But if you did, what would that be?
I didn't have a cell phone at the time, so otherwise I would have. But so mine's from San Antonio actually, and so Ruben and his family actually took me to this place. It's over by Pache's place in the south side. Not Pache's, Roland's place in the south side, and it's the haunted railroad track. So they would stop the car, stop your vehicle, and then in front of the railroad track, and the children like push you over the railroad track. But it looks like you're going uphill.
Yeah, this is over by one
That's
of the
amazing.
it's by a mission. It's by one of those missions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the story is a car or a van with kids in it had stalled on the tracks. And,
It was a school bus.
School
bus,
bus.
1938.
Oh, bus.
All right.
1938, 30 kids died. I got hit by a train while I was crossing the railroad track. Got stuck in the railroad track, so now the kids push you over the ghost kids push you over the railroad track now.
Yeah, so
But
you stop your car on the tracks and just put it in neutral or whatever, and your car will be
It will
pushed by
roll over the
kids.
tracks. It will.
Yeah. Did any of you do this with Ruben while you were down there? We just went over it. We didn't stop on it.
I've done it. Yeah.
Well, there's a place just across the river in Wisconsin here where it's one of those, it's like a gravity well or something where you put your car in neutral and you park it there and it moves on its own, like you said, Weenus, uphill.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
There's
great.
one of those right here over by Shellsburg, Wisconsin.
Gotcha. Yeah. It looks like you're going uphill, but it's weird. So, and yeah, that's one of the first spots Ruben took me actually, because he likes going to the missions. Anytime we show up in town. So like the first trip we took, he took us to the missions and then we stopped at the railroad track there. Yep.
Ooh, spooky.
Spooky.
Well, folks, we hope today's ghost stories have stirred up a few memories for you. If you got ghost stories of your own, share those with everyone. Maybe they have them too, and that's how we all connect more. Closing credits, please.
Thank you for listening to Connect More. I'm the producer. Please subscribe and like this podcast because it's my only chance of getting paid for this gig. Connect More is a product of Pan Tiger LLC and is hosted by Brian Danielson, Eric Van Lanker, Jason Nisus, and John Hedgecoth. Connect More is edited by me and Jocko. The showrunners are Jax, Hedge, and Weenus. Theme music written and recorded by Ryan Veeder. Cover art designed by Leon Golden. Musical director is Evil. Legal liaison is Brian. Lead writers are John and Eric. Runner-up writers are Jason and Captain Danielson. Publication coordinator is Jax. Special thanks to GVC, Aaron, Miss Roper, and Yoko. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure to follow Connect More on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.